So, getting back into our coverage over the Axe Judgment Day event, we actually do pick up with a couple tie-ins that focuses on Wolverine. Yes, he had two tie-ins for himself, a nice small two-part storyline, which honestly, I kind of like it, but at the same time, I want more from it. Either way, when it comes to Wolverine's tie-ins, they do take place after Judgment Day number 3. Now remember, by this point in the timeline of the actual event, Tony Stark and other characters that had helped Tony Stark to make a new god, a new celestial, once they were able to bring their new god to life, this new god began to judge the entire world and said this world had failed. And so when it came to their new god, he was going to go around and judge different people left and right across the world to see if this world is worthy to survive or it should be killed off. And so you have a lot of different people being judged. Now, we already saw some characters get judged, like Steve Rogers. He got thumbs down. Now, Cyclops got a thumbs up, which I found pretty funny. When it comes to Wolverine, he has not been judged just yet. But when it comes to the god, the new celestial, he does tell Wolverine, you better prove to me that the people you have killed in the past was actually for a good purpose. Because if you cannot do that, then I'm going to find you guilty, give you a thumbs down, and then you are technically going to be the reason why, or part of the reason why, the world will be destroyed. And this is a huge thing to say. That is when we have to jump into hell. Yes, you heard that right. We're going to hell because we pick up with the Hell Bride. Now remember, the Hell Bride was a new character introduced to us in the earlier parts of the latest Wolverine series. Matter of fact, she was part of a tie-in for a different event known as A.X.E. But when it came to the Hell Bride, she is the daughter of the Beast. Now when I say the Beast, I don't mean Hank McCoy. I mean the leader of the Hand. Now when it came to the Beast and also the Hell Bride was supposed to get married to a human in front of her father. And this was supposed to be a great thing. And when it came to their wedding, each person who's part of the wedding, the bride and the groom, they were supposed to get a Muramasa blade from Muramasa himself, and this was supposed to be part of their ritual. Unfortunately, Wolverine and Solem had attacked their wedding to get the swords to kind of help out with the idea of the X-E actual event. And so when it came to the Hell Bride, she was very upset about the idea that her swords were basically stolen from her on her wedding day. And so she's going to her father and saying, I'm going to leave hell, I'm going to Earth, I'm going to find Wolverine, I'm going to find Solem, and I'm going to get my revenge against those two for technically ruining my wedding. They have truly messed up. And so she leaves to go to Earth. We actually do pick up with Solem himself. Now remember, when it comes to Solem, he has a very unique mutant ability, which is that his skin is covered in adamantium. Had a hard time saying that. And so with him being covered from head to toe in one of the strongest metals in Marvel Comics, he's not someone you can kill off so easily. But either way, when we do pick up with him, he's right now just living the high life, you know, hanging out with a bunch of women, drinking, having fun. And matter of fact, he knows that right now the entire world's being judged. But for him, he's all like, who cares? You know what? I feel like the world does deserve to be killed off. Except that is the moment, well, he realized that he's being hunted by the Hell Bride. And so once she does arrive at his new mansion, well, by the time she walks into the main room, he had already left. But now he realized that he's now being hunted by the Hell Bride and he might need some help to actually deal with her. But we have to shift our focus on the Hell Bride. And the reason why, because you have the Hell Bride now also being judged by the Celestial. And this is huge because once she left Hell and came to Earth, he was all like, hey, because now you're on Earth, you are now part of my judgment system. Now, this is a very huge problem because remember, when it comes to the new God, the new Celestial, he is judging everybody on the entire world. And he's trying to see Will there be more thumbs up or thumbs down? And the problem is though, if he does get more thumbs down, the world is going to be destroyed. And with the Hell Bride being here, most likely she's going to get a thumbs down, which could hurt us in the long run down the road. But she's all like, listen, I don't really care, but at the same time, I'm going to prove that I don't deserve or I don't need your judgment because I know who I am. I'm trying to prove to my father who I truly am. But then we jump over to Wolverine. And the reason why, because you have Wolverine going back to his home to get his Muramasa blade. Now, when it comes to his blade, Muramasa blade, it does have the ability to stop Wolverine's healing factor. And that is a very huge thing because technically you could use that blade to kill him off. But this is Wolverine wondering if the blade could possibly work on this new god, this new celestial. It is Wolverine saying it's time for me to kill off a god and I need to use a god killer weapon. Except when he does get inside his room, he realizes that his blade is missing. And the reason why, because Solem took it. Now, this is Solem coming to Wolverine for help by saying, hey man, listen, the Hell Bride is after us for what we did to her wedding. She came after me first, but sooner or later, she'll come after you next. So why not work together to take her out and save both of our lives? Now, this is Wolverine also making a deal, saying, listen, I'll help you if you help me. If you help me kill a god, then I'll try to help you kill off a demon. And you have the two of them say, yes, that is a great idea. Let's go. But right after Wolverine and Solem had left to try to kill off a god, well, you didn't have, of course, the Hell Bride arrive in the home of Wolverine. By the way, when it comes to the home of Wolverine, it's part of the Summer's house, which by the way is on the moon. And so when she does arrive, she realizes that she just missed him, but she knows that sooner or later she may be able to actually find him. But then she looks out into space and she sees the planet Earth. And she realized that if the Earth is destroyed, it will be a great thing for Hell, because then you'll have so many different souls going into Hell to feed Hell. And so she says, you know what? Maybe it would be a great thing to watch this world die and watch Hell be fed with so many new souls to feed on. Now, when it comes to the Celestial, he does realize what Wolverine and Solem are trying to do, which of course is kill him off. And he says, listen, I know all the different fates to come down the road for all beings on this planet. I knew that sooner or later you would try to come here and kill me. Now, he is not talking about the Hell Bride. We already know that she is trying to chase after Wolverine and Solem. But when it comes to Wolverine and Solem, well, they're trying to kill him off, this new god, this new celestial. And he says, okay, fine. If you want to try and come kill me, I have plans for you. And that is when we see him make a smaller version of himself, some kind of ice golem, to use against Wolverine and Solem and to hopefully kill them off. But at the same time, try to kill off Hell Bride if she also arrived in the middle of the fight. Now, when it comes to the ice giant or the ice golem that was made by the new celestial, what the ice golem does, it makes a huge ice storm in the area where Wolverine, Solem, and the Hell Bride is at. But on top of that, you also have the ice golem put our characters in some kind of maze. So now they're truly trapped in some kind of maze in the middle of an ice storm. Unfortunately, this is one of the worst things to go through. But we're gonna jump over to the Hell Bride first. And the reason why, because we have to remember, when it comes to the Hell Bride, she's trying to prove something at the moment. She's trying to prove to her father that she can complete this mission, that she'll be able to get revenge against Wolverine and Solem for one, taking the blade that's supposed to be used for her wedding, but at the same time for ruining her wedding. And so she's trying her best to fight through this maze, but at the same time, fight through this storm as well. Unfortunately, you have the ice golem begin to take out the different members of her party. She did bring a small army with her to kind of use against Wolverine and Solem, but one by one, They're getting taken out left and right to the point where she's now by herself. And this is where she feels defeated. She feels like she had completely lost. And then she just passes out in the middle of this area. And now the storm could most likely kill her off that easily. But then you have our two heroes, Wolverine and Solem, trying their best to get through this maze that they were put in thanks to the ice golem. Now, at first, they are struggling, but then we have to remember that when it comes to Solem, he has this great ability to get out of tough situations, something like this, an ice storm and a maze as well, and so he was able to find a way out of this ice maze. The problem is, as soon as our heroes are able to get out of there, well, they find the Hell Bride. And the Hell Bride is just laying there knocked out and defeated because she was trying to save her army of men, but she failed. Now, this is where you have Solem say, oh look, this is where we are able to complete my part of the deal, or really your part of the deal, which is if you help me kill off a demon, then I'll help you kill off your god. And my demon is right here right now. So let's go ahead and kill her off. But for Wolverine, it's a no. And the reason why, because she's defenseless. She's knocked out. It's not a fair kill. It's not a fair battle. And he says, no, we are not going to kill her right now. Now, right after that, you didn't have both Wolverine, really just Wolverine, try to warm up the Hell Bride by setting a fire in the middle of this ice storm. Except while trying to heat her up, well, that is the moment they are confronted by the ice golem. And when it comes to the ice golem, you have the ice golem try its best to kill off Wolverine and Solem. And so our two heroes have to work together to actually kill it off. But while doing that, they are actually struggling when it comes to accomplishing that goal. Luckily for them, you do have the Hell Bride jump in to help out Wolverine and Solem defeat the ice golem. Now, for Solem, he believes, okay, my deal is done, or my part of the deal is done. Because let's not forget, he did say, I will help you kill a god, not the god, a god. And this ice golem could have been a god for Solem's sake. All he knows is that he did help out Wolverine. They did kill off some kind of being. This being could have been a god. Now his deal is done. And what he is going to do next is go to hell with the Hell Bride. Yeah, you heard that right. Because she said, you know what? Because you guys did protect me and did not kill me, even though you had the chance to kill me, I'm going back to hell. And you have Solem say, I want to go too. This is him saying, it's time for a change in my life. And so he does leave. He goes with Hell Bride into hell. And so to close off on today's video, we actually do pick up with Wolverine. And we see Wolverine being confronted by the Celestial, the god. And this is where he gets judged. Now, when it comes to Wolverine getting judged, well, you have the Celestial give him a thumbs up. Now, this could mean a lot of different things, but what I think it means is that because Wolverine did not kill off the Hell Bride when she was knocked out, it shows the Celestial that when it came to Wolverine in the past killing off different people, there were legit reasons why he had to kill off those people. Because one, they were not defenseless. Two, they were trying to fight back against him. But three, they did something, and so they deserve to be killed off by Wolverine. He did prove that all the killings he did in the past were technically done for some legit reason. Now for Wolverine, he feels like he does not deserve what he got. He believes he should have got a thumbs down. But this is where we are going to end today's comic book video. So please leave me a like down below and subscribe. But guys, I'll see y'all next time. Later.